lockdown into Ice Blast, Cold Feet, Chilling Touch kind of combination. I don't know if that's really a thing anymore. I don't know how how much he's getting picked recently, but that is something that when I think of Infamous, I think of Ancient Apparition for Excel because that's really his go-to hero.
Yeah, and they have still been playing it. They've been doing like the Void AA
yes,
several times, and yeah, in fact, this exact opener has transitioned into AA before, so certainly a possibility from the 5 role. I would want to see at least one core that the AA was kind of decent with. I think at this point, like being up against maybe someone who relies heavily on regen. The hero's not quite as OP as he used to be in the 5 role.
Yeah. But if it's a comfortable combo for Infamous, maybe it's the road you want to go down. But like you mentioned, we'll see if they transition into that point. Sand King, Death Prophet, Bane Slaughter for NewBee. We have a couple more bands coming in. The Mirana band for Infamous, the NewBee Abaddon band, which we talked about, of course. Pretty popular picks for Infamous. They also banned at the Winter Wyvern.
I would guess a Puck ban last year from Infamous. I feel like that's one of the best heroes that's left.
Yeah, they can play it. I mean, SCCC, I think even, obviously, KP can play it in the offlane. That would be... I'd be surprised to see it get let through, especially after that last series where it was banned both times. But
yep.
Beastmaster
said that's obviously
another
very fair.
Yep, almost surprised to see him make it that far.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of offlaner hate in this draft.
Yeah, you're not kidding, man. I mean, Omni, Abaddon. So we'll see. I mean, KP's hero is going to be... KP's played a wide variety of heroes.
Can I get a Brewmaster? Is that so much to ask?
Does he play that hero?
Yeah. I think. They definitely do.
Okay.
Question mark? Yeah, they totally do.
Sure. Come on. What about an Axe? Probably not, though. I like the KP Axe, but that's not going to work here. I just threw it out there.
Man, they definitely haven't played Brewmaster lately, though. I remember they played it in the summer qualifiers, and they played it at Dota Pit, I'm pretty sure.
That sounds right.
We'll see. What other heroes are left? The old Slardar Legion Commander is a classic combination. Slardar... I mean, Slardar OD in terms of mid lane heroes, but everything's a DP. The Mirana's already gone. Plenty of options, though, for NewBee. They can pretty much just do whatever, honestly.
What do you pick here, though? I mean, you have your roaming support.
I like the Puck.
Yeah.
Very flexible. Offlane or mid. Safe one. Get to see one more hero.
Yep. Well,
hey!
Frank, you're so good, dude.
Well called.
My best Grand impersonation right there. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Yeah, he would love it. I bet he's watching right now. But it makes sense. You're right about this hero. I mean, good initiation, good damage. Waning Rift is going to be very strong. Very tough to bring down, even with the silence available for Death Prophet. Yeah. But I like the Hex, though.
Yeah, that's why you don't open with AA anymore, I think. I mean, AA is still pretty strong, but there's like... It feels like the 5 pool's opened up a lot, so you just go for the line instead. You can actually counter this Puck out.
Yeah, but tell me about the line here, Trent. What do you think about this hero in general? Not necessarily in this game, but...
Lion, good hero. Strong hero. The only problem, I would say, is that the 5 has less gold this patch than last patch, and so it's pretty hard to get into the Blink Dagger easily. You might get stuck on like an Aether Lens. You might not get anywhere. It can be a pretty frustrating hero to play, especially when you have someone like a Sand King who wants a lot of gold. This isn't a Spirit Breaker or a Tusk, someone that you can sacrifice in that initiating 4 roll. Sand King needs a lot of items.
Yeah.
So I would predict that this Lion has a relatively difficult time getting off the ground unless he gets some big finger kills early.
At level 6, man, we've seen support struggle to get there like Pilot in the last game, but you can get to that level 6, all of a sudden things get easier. For Infamous getting some Finger of Death kills. There's a Lifestealer, though, which makes things hard. Wow.
This is a really good Lifestealer pick. Slardar and Puck, obviously amazing Infest Bomb carriers. They just have a lot of AoE control. You got AoE Silence from Puck, Dream Coil, the Slitherine Crush.
Yep.
It's a well-rounded lineup for NewBee. Good laners, sustainable heroes.
5 seconds remaining.
They have the flexibility in the final pick, too.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, so very nice stuff.
Some of these heroes
Infamous
are going to
now.
Corrosive Haze also. Sorry, go ahead, Trent.
Oh, no, that's fine. Infamous now, they have to decide. So we have a DP, we have decent sieging, we have okay control from a Sand King. What's our offlaner going to do? Are we going to try and team fight these guys? Are we going to try and split push, perhaps? I wouldn't want to split push against this. And So that puts us into the Core Sand King, the South American Undying, a classic.
Yeah, it really is. SG loves it. It's no surprise Infamous also loves it. I'm sure they've played it in the past. I haven't seen any of their Undying games recently, but it's a good team fight. Let me tell you, if you can drop a tombstone down, you have the Death Prophet along with you, and all of a sudden you can blow up some of these heroes. But I don't know. I'm still unsure about this Undying pick for Infamous.
Yep, I do like the Void Ban. I think that could have been a good way to round it out. Very high control core. Would have been another issue for the Puck to try and deal with. Could have interrupted some Infest plays.
10 seconds remaining.
Would have been pretty obnoxious. So
I think with the Undying, like one of the things you always have to be wary about is, do you have enough control? Because that is one thing Undying has very little of. A very aggressive hero, but not in the form of stuns. And with Sand King Lion plus the silence from DP, like I think they've got the team fight to make this Undying work.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And they're still waiting on their last pick, which is of course going to be more than likely their safe laner, so they can get even more control, more late game potential.
Weaver seems kind of okay. It'd be frustrating against a Slider and a Puck, but at least it's like a decent hero against Lifestealer. Gives them some different laning and rotation options.
You know what I really like here? Venge core.
Yeah, Venge isn't bad. They'd have the swap. Would be a follow-up to the Hex from the Lion, as well as the Burrow Strike.
It's more locked in, but it also gives you a lot of early game damage. Although I don't know how it fits with a Death Prophet. With the aura that you have from the Venge, you want maybe somebody else to auto-attack rather than just yourself. It's minus armor, though, obviously, with the Exorcism is a pretty good thing.
Ben could be kind of okay, actually. You'd have the armor up against the Slardar, decent counter to the Lifestealer. The only problem is the stacks, I guess, but they don't really have a good way to deal with your stacks yet from NewBee, so that would be a pretty safe option, I think.
Yeah. I'm fine with either of those choices. Sven sounds pretty good. They're taking a long time to figure it out, though. What else is there? Well,
it's a tough one to call. They take the Slark, so
they've played this a bit recently, and they've also paired it up with DP a couple times too. So I think the idea is that the Slark gets the kill. That gives you the numbers advantage from the back line. You just ulti the tower. You just work around Tombstone and Exorcism.
Yeah, and it's tough for a Lifestealer too to kind of chase him down unless they get the Blink Crush off or maybe a Blink Dreamcoil Waning Rift type thing for the Puck. It's not the easiest Slark game, but it definitely feels like he can kite some of these heroes around. Oh, there it is.
Is that the Deucer?
It is the Deucer.
The Deucer?
So, I think it's a pretty good last pick overall here.
Yeah. If you were worried at all about their late game, and now you shouldn't be. The Lifestealer with Slardar, Puck, Bane, a lot of scaling potential. KP on the Puck, he'll be able to make it towards late game just fine also.
No Diffusal heroes on the side of Infamous.
Yeah, you don't
There's
really
like Mana Drain from a Lion, but that's like, eh.
Yeah, you're right. Diffusal Slark is very, I think underwhelming is probably the right word.
Yep.
Not ideal. I think just looking at drafts, I think I favor this NewBee side, and knowing that it's NewBee and these are comfort picks, like KP Puck we've seen time and time again, Moogie Lifestealer.
Yeah. It's hard not to go for NewBee in this game, I agree with you.
I think NewBee's got a pretty serious edge.
Yeah, how successful Medusa's been lately. The hero feels extremely strong.
Yep.
Very tanky, hard to handle. But there's definitely a snowball potential from Infamous, and I think when we envision how Infamous was going to win any games in this series, that's what we're expecting. So, in that sense, I feel like Infamous do have those tools here, right? They have the Undying, they have the Sand King. Maybe if Stinger gets off to a good start, if the Slark has an okay time in lane, then there's a chance they just get a really early Shadow Blade, they pick off some heroes, and they just start snowballing hard. Maybe they can get up that Roche because they have the Tombstone around there. So, a chance.
Yeah.
I think you're right. There is definitely some snowball. Anytime you see a squad with an Undying Death Prophet, you've got some options. Right?
Yeah.
You have some serious ways to punish if the other team makes a misstep. So,
Slark bathroom. Guys, it's not enough.
Not even the player. Slark.
He looks like he's fine to me. Maybe he's just going right here. I don't know what's going on, but
that's great. I like that. They just refer to each other as their in-game heroes. It's like calling each other blue and purple.
Yeah.
Guys, orange is a
orange
real
is
jerk.
in the can, guys.
Is it similar to calling? No, never mind. I was gonna say, is it similar to calling somebody by their online name? But no, that's its own thing.
Yeah, that's at least that's like a cool nickname. This is just a generic. You are Slark. You are defined by your hero, sir.
All right. Well, like you said, Trent, there is snowball potential. You take one good team fight, and you'll get some objectives, some tier 1, some tier 2, some tier 3s if the game goes in that direction for Infamous. It is not an easy game, though, considering, again, we talked about NewBee, their comfort heroes. They're coming off of winning the Perfect World Masters. I will say there is this thing where in sports there's the trap game. I will say this is a definition of a trap game here for NewBee, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy for Infamous. A trap.
What's the trap mod?
Trap is essentially when you win against a big team that you knew was going to be a close game, and you go into the next game thinking, okay, this team, they're not the best in terms of their record. They've lost a lot of games recently. We got this one unlocked. Sort of, you get into this mentality where you're overconfident instead of just being prepared for your next matchup, and that happens to a lot of sports teams. So.
All right, I like it. The trap. What do you think about the relic on SCCC here?
Oh, I love it.
Wow, look at this.
This guy's a legend.
Fancy, guys.
He's made of money. That's how he got that relic, I'm sure.
I think it matches his bow here.
Oh, let me
very stylish.
Showcase mode it. I can't see it because it's now smoked.
So sneaky.
Great.
All right, laning. Anything odd here? Doesn't look like it. I think the biggest concern will be the Slark.
Uh-oh,
see how much he gets.
Get out of there. All right, he's fine. I think. That's actually a really good ward. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
What? No, that's fine. That's all I want to say.
Okay.
We'll see how the old Slark does in the laning stage. The question is he's going bottom. Got a little friend here, and they're going to put as much pressure on him as possible. We might see a Slark rotation, perhaps early on in the Sand King. Winds up down bottom, and then we'll probably just have Bane, and especially Slardar, just chasing the Slark around. Lion is awful against pressure like this.
Yeah, he would like some levels. He would like getting something like him setting something up, but that's probably not going to happen.
Look at this. This is me when I play Lion. You got 2 tangos. That's it. So he can't trade at all. You got the 1 ward, which he didn't hand off to anyone. So now he's like, what am I going to do with this thing? Do I need a lane ward? Like, where's he even going?
I don't know.
Go block
he's going to go block. He's going to realize that, hey, my Death Prophet's going to get a bounty rune. They might get 3 runes out of this. No, it's going to be 2 aside. SCCC will get 2 runes himself. The Death Prophet will do the same.
And then they TP. The old classic.
Yeah, it really is. They will miss their block, obviously, but they have their supports to help out with Schofield, so not even an issue.
Yeah, Dire Side, you can just walk over. Easy. Slider just keeps on blocking. Don't have to waste your TP, whereas DP did. Not that it's really going to matter, but hey, it's a little bit of value.
Some wards on both sides of the river here. So vision-wise, top rune spot, pretty secure for both of these teams. Deep Dire ward in the jungle. Mugi will get pressured, but so will the Slark. And I guess you don't really want either of these heroes pressured, to be honest, but...
That's a level 1 mana drain on Schofield.
Yeah, I just saw that. That is very strange, because it didn't really take that much mana from Faith when he used it. That, I don't understand that.
Well, here's what I would say. What are you going to do with level 1 Earth Spike? If you use it, you're going to lose all your mana pool. You're going to use a third of your mana pool just to throw out an Earth Spike. You're going to get the mana drain at level 2 anyway, so that you can use the Earth Spikes, so he just gets the mana drain level 1.
So,
and it's one way to help deal with the harass from the Bane.
So
pretty smart, I think.
I think this level 1 is just awful for Lion, then, is what you're saying, in general.
Yeah, basically he just has no good option. So this is just a better option.
Okay. Well, he's going to be level 2 here in a moment. He misses the pull. He attempted it. I think this is blocked. Yeah, they have a small... The small camp is blocked. There's not much they can do there.
And think about how valuable every piece of mana is for Bane. Like, 70 mana is very cheap for Brain Sap, but it does a lot of economical, like, health,
Stinger?
right?
Stinger's going to get dope.
From the enemy.
Body blocks. Mugi secures the first blood. He burrow struck into them instead of away, but I guess he would have died anyways, probably. Was his reasoning for it.
Wow, pretty surprised that... I guess eventually the trades are just going to start coming out up top, but the Undying losing that first blood, even with 12 decay strength.
And that's definitely not great. And Stinger getting killed, slow him down a little bit. This landing phase, unlike Fnatic in the last game, this feels pretty rough for Infamous here in terms of what they've got going on. Schofield is going to drop a ward, maybe. Faith is running at him. I don't know what's happening. It's very strange. He's going to get slept. I think you just TP now, don't you? Yeah. Okay.
Top lane, they know Mugi has no rage, so they've been playing very aggressive on him. He's still level 2, and they know he is feasting the wounds, but they're not getting that much pressure. They will get a pull off here by the Undying. This is really important.
Uh-oh.
Gotta hope this connects.
Kotaro's in a lot of trouble. He has a pounce, but he's going to get Waiting Rifted. One more auto attack. He will not be able to make it away. He will drop down. KP, they will secure a kill in this bottom lane, and he is having a heck of an offlane right now.
And they missed that pull up top, so it didn't get sent into there. They weren't able to pull the wave back, and that means they're not going to have kill potential on this Lifestealer for like another 2 minutes or something. Pretty bad.
Yeah. Oh, boy. It doesn't feel great for Infamous. They have 14 last hits on Pepita. He has the double null tally, so maybe goes for that Veil a little bit later. But as of right now, Infamous are losing out on top. They're losing out on bottom, and it's not even really that close in these 2 lanes. Although it is better for the Sand King, but the Slark has 5 last hits. Schofield can't do anything down in this bottom lane.
Hey, dude, he's mana draining.
Oh, Stinger. Burrow Strike doesn't have enough mana, but the Decay comes in, and Kaka wants this kill. Slithering Crush is up. It's level 2. They're going to find it, but they need to get out. Kaka actually has to run, and Mugi needs to be careful, too. He has no rage. He doesn't have wand charges and a salve, and actually that might be enough to stave off that Undying. So good effort from NewBee, but they won't find anything else under that Tier 1 tower.
A really weird opening to the game. Now,
Yes.
KP will be left alone for a little bit while Faith gets the bounty runes, but how hard is he hitting right now? He's got the Soul Ring, so he can just constantly spam orbs, and he already has the Null Talisman. He still has a Tango and a Salve left,
Dude.
whereas, yeah, Schofield has nothing left.
I mean, you're not dealing with this puck. One way you could deal with it is bring your Undying down, but they want to put pressure on Mugi. Meanwhile, they have the Nightmare. Another Illusory Orb is going to be ready. They have a Winning Rift. Schofield is, I think, dead. Ooh, no, actually stays alive. The Soul Orb came in. The Tombstone. They want this puck. KP's in trouble. Phase Shift is available. It might keep him alive. Oh, he got denied. Are you kidding me? The Thunderclap came in. Oh, my God. That Hellbear Smasher actually did so much for them. That kill going the way of Infamous would have been huge.
Old Stinger. I like this. Old Stinger. When did he join the old young club? It's just he started throwing old on his name.
You can never really be
What a
sure
guy.
anymore.
Dude, what a sick rotation from the Undying, though.
It
That's
was.
Soul Rip.
That Soul Rip was huge. It almost feels depressing for Infamous they don't get that kill because it's a lot of gold they're just going to miss out on now. Like, it's a lot.
No question. And he's so hard to bring down. Like, that was such a clutch scenario where, like, he'd been fully baited in. He's only going to commit the orb when he knows it's safe and he's going to get a kill. And the only reason it didn't work was because of the Undying rotation. And look, that's a pounce. And it just doesn't do anything.
Run Schofield. Earth Spike might keep him alive for now. They have Brain Sap at his level 2. I think he's dead one way or the other. He will Hex. He just wants to make sure Kotaro gets out safe and sound. But no turnaround this time from Excel. He wasn't there. Ah, that's rough. Rough stuff for Infamous.
Yeah, and they've been splitting so much top that Stinger's level 4, Undying's 3.5. And what do we have? We have 5 on Mugi, and then 4+ on Kaka as well. Like, he's doing great on the support slider.
Yeah. The one thing is they are starting to slow down in CS for SCCC. Pepita's doing a great job, but that's really the only good thing for Infamous now.
Kotaro down bottom, jeez.
He's getting run at. Level
2 right
6,
clicks and an orb.
This will get easier once he hits Shadow Dance, but up until that point, which is going to be a while.
Top lane.
They have Stinger caught, so they're in Crush. They have the Rage coming in, Burrow Strike, but it's, what, level 1? Range is ridiculous. It won't be enough. Faith will spot out Excel, and he does have Tombstone, but he actually is getting harassed. It's a double damage for Faith. Good juke into the Roche Pit, which will probably stop Faith from going any further, but they have another rotation. Kaka, they will scan. They know that he's here. Kaka's going to look for his Slithering Crush. Soul Orb is available, and Decay as well. He will use it, but it's too much damage. Faith with the double damage rune. 140 damage at this point in the game with a DD, and they will find another kill for NewBee.
Oh, the raindrop blocking that infest damage. They're coming in looking for Sand King, though.
Burrow, that'll be onto Kaka. Stinger, again, it's level 1. And he, I think, is just done. They have the Tombstone. Soul Orb might get off in time. It won't. Wasn't really available. It was still on cooldown for a second, so nothing they could do. They even dropped the Tombstone. That'll get taken care of by NewBee.
Oh.
It is a 6-0 advantage for them at this point in the game.
Absolutely brutal. They're not finding any sort of a snow. I mean, we knew that the Slark was a big risk, and like trying to get him up to level 6, but they had just slowed him down so much. He's not even level 5 yet. The Lion has had no option to even have an impact. And they're going to lose that top tower very easily here, even with the Undying present.
This is about as bad as an early game can go, other than maybe Pepita in the mid lane. But even that,
Excel top. Trying to fight it.
Moogie's going to run. He has no mana for Rage, but they're going to get out. They will find Faith. Nope. Nightmare. Nothing they can do about that. No Crypt Swarm. They even rotate the Death Prophet. They still can't find anything. And I don't know, man. This is an 8-minute 4K advantage for NewBee at this point. That is just... It is serious, to say the least.
Schofield's under a ward down bottom. Oh, he gets the Hex off, though, after being coiled. He might survive?
He's got to try to leave. I think they have another Illusory Orb. Nope, it's on cooldown. And he doesn't have any mana for it. Good phase shift, though, which will miss the pounce. That was perfectly timed from KP. Gets himself out of trouble.
Yeah, that was a little dangerous. And he's going to go to the Shrine with Moogie. So it looks like we're going to have an Infest play here.
Yeah,
perfectly
probably.
timed, too. 5 seconds away.
He is at 1,200 for KP with a Null, Boots, and a Soul Ring, so Blink is not too far off if he wants to go down that road, which would not be surprising. Looking at net worth, SCCC sitting at second now. FaZe, Mask of Madness will increase his farm. Nightmare bottom onto Kotaro. They have a pounce, but he doesn't have a mana for it. He does have wand charges. Illusory Orb, they're going to try to find him here, Kotaro. They're going to draw him through. He actually is going to run into them. He has wands, but he will get silenced up. Pounce is available. He will get further into the trees. Another Illusory Orb is back up, ready to go, but KP's not using it. Meanwhile, Moogie's just farming a jungle camp. And,
yeah, that's really interesting that he didn't go for the Infest play, because they're like both the Shrine. He just ran down instead. He farmed the camp. He's not going to waste his time, and he gets off the open wounds here, too.
All right, here we go. Exorcism, but the Nightmare comes in immediately. As soon as they pop it, they leave. There's just nothing you can do.
Just a cautionary Dream Coil. Throws it down.
Honestly,
sure
like, as soon as they see Moogie, they can't even, they know they can't fight, because he's just going to rage or something. It's like, oh, man.
That was just kind of weird overall. But back top, while this has been happening, Dinger is getting a little bit of gold for himself. But it is a 4K lead here. 6-0. They still haven't even found a kill yet for Infamous.
I mean, this is before Armlet and Fest ganks. Schofield and Kotaro have had no impact bottom. They're trying to get any farm they can, but KP is third in the net worth, so it's tough to fight up against him. Kaka does have the crow's face.
Another phase shift bottom. He just dodged another pounce. They were trying to set up for something.
It's hard. I mean, you need the Hex essentially to start something up here to get a kill. Schofield just doesn't have the range. But I don't know. They get one kill, maybe things turn around drastically. They get everyone involved, and things get easier for Infamous. They've already used Exorcism, so if you're a NewBee, you know they can't fight, right? You just put pressure all over the map and try to maybe take some tier 1 towers and just get more room. There's not much anything. You can't really do anything if you're Infamous.
No, honestly, if they Infest gank this DP just once, it feels like her tower is going to go down. They have the Roche option available for themselves. The way back into this game for the Radiant just feels so terrifying.
And they're going to maybe lose Stinger. Burrow Strike is available. There's the Fiend Script. That'll be onto the Lion. Faith is going to try to cancel it. And he doesn't get it off. Finally does, but it's a little bit too late, although Pepita is in. The Spirit Siphon, they wanted to hold the Burrow Strike for more lockdown, probably, but instead they might find Faith out of this. I mean, it's a nice little kill if they can get it. Brain Sap, there's the Burrow Strike. They have another Crypt Swarm ready to go. That'll secure the kill. Kaka is infested. The
really
Earthspike will miss. Stinger is in trouble. Infest out. He has raindrops. He's going to get dropped down. Moogie rages. He's popped the armlet. No Shrine available. Open Wounds. Excel will be next, potentially. They have Earthspike. Excel will decay. They are going to be able to keep him alive. They've dropped the Tombstone. Moogie's taking a lot of damage. Spirit Siphon, but they need more lockdown. With FaZe, he's so fast. He's able to get away, and he will rage himself again. Just no way to control this Lifestealer for now. And the Slark was about to TP, decides to stay bottom instead. Although it might have gotten...
canceled it. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, their Dream Coil was not used or anything, but yeah, that's... oh, I guess obviously that doesn't even work anymore.
Yep.
The Shrine being there, though, very dangerous. They had the ward, so they knew that it wasn't available, so they just had to watch for TPs.
Man, Infamous are... They have a way back in this game, maybe Exorcism or two, but it's going to be a while. They have treads now for Kotaro. They're starting to get some semblance of farm on their cores. The Sand King is getting some levels and experience. He's actually up to 1,500. Blink Dagger, that is a way back into this game. You get your Blink Dagger on the Sand King, you find some good Blink Burrows. You're in a good position, but we'll see. It's going to be tough. He's getting chased down by Moogie again. The open wound's good. Burrow strike away. Moogie is just playing so aggressively. There's no reason not to.
It's so weird to think that Dreamcoil just doesn't like do damage when you hit people with it now.
It's very weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Waning Rift,
Anyway.
Dreamcoil, the Fiend's Grip, they need something to stop it, and Schofield, well, they have it. They have the Earth Spike. Faith coming in. Kotaro's barely alive. No Shadow Dance. He's trying to find Faith. Brain Sap going to come in, and Kotaro chases too much. Faith will trade his life away, but, I mean, again, it's Kotaro getting dropped by a Bane, essentially. So.
7K lead.
All right, man.
Meanwhile, we didn't even talk about Medusa this entire game, I don't think.
Nope.
Her lane, I mean, wasn't really an issue. No rotations to the lane at all, so she's just chilling, throwing some snakes. Got 16 denies, 88 last hits. She's been farming some Ancients. She's farming neutrals. She's got the Mask of Madness to accelerate, and going to build into the Lincoln Sphere for, like, total safety. Up against the Sand King, up against the Lion. She can be throwing that onto the Puck, honestly, because he's going to be so tanky. Like, SCC's not even going to need it, I don't think.
They're going to run at Pepita mid lane, and we'll take the Nightmare away as the Undying is going to tank this. The Tombstone.
He's farming tombstones.
That's just gone. Now Excel's getting run at. He'll Flesh Golem. He has Soul Rip. They have the Blink Dagger and Fest Bomb. He will decay and put it on cooldown, but he's still dead one way or the other, I'm pretty sure. Nice juke, actually, but it's not going to be enough. Corrosive Haze with SCCC's damage coming in is more than enough. But bottom lane, there's the Finger of Death. That's a big kill. The TP coming in from the Lifestealer. Maybe he can find this. Open wounds? No. All right, that's not a bad trade for Infamous. In fact, really good. Getting that kill on KP is going to net them a lot of gold.
Yeah, it's a good play going for it when they see all those heroes mid. And they also got it with the orb available.
Uh-oh, Pepita. Nightmare it up. They have SCCC here. They've got the Slithering Crush. They have the Corrosive Haze. And he falls instantly.
Brutal. Also just bullying Kotaro in his own jungle. I'm not going to let you farm anything, dude. I'm just going to follow you all around this map. You have no TP. My Slardar is on the way. He's a Blink Dagger. Trying to force out a Shadow Dance here.
Dark Pack comes in as Kaka was looking for an initiation. Instead, they will find the epicentered up Sand King, and that'll get canceled immediately. They're looking for Faith. Dark Pack will come in. He's got the Brain Sap. Fiend's Grip is also available, but Kotaro going in with a couple more auto attacks will do the job. Mugi's still chasing down this poor Sand King who's going to get dropped with one more auto attack. However, he might be in trouble. Great coil coming in onto two. They've got the Earth Spike as Kaka jumps in, and he's going to try to find this kill. Dark Pack coming in, and Kotaro will find another. And now they're looking for more. Mugi's in the jungle. He's going to Armlet Toggle to get himself out of trouble. KP, they want to go for another initiation, but I don't think they can.
Oh, they scanned him. They found him.
They know that he's here. Mugi, they need to eat their trees. Just Crypt Swarm. One
kill.
Crypt Swarm. Mugi, he's going to rage. He's going to Armlet Toggle. Spirit Siphon is available. Mugi's going to try to run away. They have another Earth Spike. This is a huge kill if they can find it, and it will be. Kotaro will secure it, gets himself a killing spree. He's up to 2,000 gold, seemingly out of nowhere, and that's at least something going the way of Infamous.
Man, they got to be a little careful on NewBee. Can't give away too much here. This is a very scary part in the game for this draft if you actually give something over the side of Infamous. So far, they've given nothing. I mean, top 2 net worth, both dire heroes. Slark and DP both rolling around that 5 to 6K range right there, but Kotaro, I wonder if he's going to go for the Midas or if he'll bail out and buy like a Shadow Blade or something, because that sudden influx of gold might make him think like, okay, if I get a Shadow Blade, I might actually be able to do something this game. But who can he really pick on? Like, the Bane's pretty hard to bring down in time.
The Slardar is difficult.
I think
He doesn't even have the best targets.
Yeah, I don't know if Shadow Blade is going to do enough here in this game. And at this point, though, even though they lost a fight bottom for NewBee, they not only are getting SCCC farm, they have a lot of good vision all around the map, especially in the dire jungle, both top and bottom. And they could just start taking down towers. And again, this is still all while Pepita has his Exorcism and now a Yule Scepter too, but I don't know. I mean, what did Kotaro get? He's going to go Shadow Blade, I think, it looks like.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All right.
Yeah, I think. I mean, we've seen Midas Slark in the past, but obviously it's more so a recovery mechanism rather than just going for it, so. Who are we going to target? I mean, the best thing he can do, honestly, is help provide vision for someone like the Lion or the Sand King with the Blink Dagger, so that'll probably be the big goal.
Speaking of vision, it's just been so big for NewBee. They're going to look for a target top. Stinger's going to get caught. They have the Dream Coil. He'll burrow himself away and break the coil. In the meantime, Illusory Orb and one more auto attack from Mugi will secure it as he claws him down. And Old Stinger will get dropped again. And this will give some time for Infamous with Kotaro and crew, but it's not looking like they have much room to work with. They're losing their Tier 1 towers. Again, these wards make it such a choke point here. In fact, they're going to find Kotaro as he Shadow Blades away. The Crow's Face doesn't come out in time, and in fact, he will be able to make it through. and stay alive. So I think if you're Infamous, you got to somehow take these this vision back, but it's really hard.
And they're both just walking around. Yeah, there's the smoke right underneath. So.
Oh God.
But what do we have? Dire scanning. So they're wondering, are they going to invade in through this way, or what are they doing? They see the DP on the wave. Oh, now they know that there's someone here.
There is a scan. They know Excel is here. Faith will walk
Faith's
up.
just going in.
Yeah, and he's just got to get Fiend's Grip. He pops the Flash Golem, but Slithering Crush going to come in, the bash along with one auto attack from SCCC, because now he has a Lincoln Sphere. Actually does a lot of damage on this Dusa. Ooh. I don't think you can get this kill, and he will not go for it.
Couple attributes for 15 seconds.
Easy Essence Shift.
Yeah.
All right, man. I mean, they're hanging
How
on.
to get back in.
Right.
Big kill, obviously, a necessity. Some towers would be nice with Exorcism if they could do it, but this is the part in the game where Undying starts to feel like, and they really need to explode right now. So that's a little bit scary for me.
They just can't find anything. They don't want to fight into this team, and I don't blame them. NewBee are so massive that fighting is going to lead into a counter initiation, which will probably lead into you getting wiped, and then you really have lost the game pretty much. But again, it's not over yet. They have to make some moves. They got to try something. And with this Shadow Blade, they will do just that by heading top. Mugi is up here, very difficult hero to deal with. He has his armlet. I think they might just want to go for this tower, but again, if they do that, KP will just split push bottom, which he's already doing.
Yeah, Rage TP from the Lifestealer, so they're just going to save the Exorcism. I do like this. Hold on to it, maybe have a chance at pressuring the second one or taking a fight in the jungle or something. And Kataro is still eyeing up the Midas. This is his next possible item here.
Yeah,
and hold out for the longer game.
This Shadow Blade is not going to catapult him into what you usually see from Slarks, where you find a couple of kills in the jungle. It's just not going to happen. So he knows he needs another way back into this game.
I really would have liked to see a quick play from him in the Sand King or something when he first picked it up, but yet we have been seeing NewBee play as like 4 and then just Lifestealer by himself kind of a deal, so it's very difficult for him to actually find one of these kills. NewBee doing a good job of playing around it.
They're setting up for top, but I don't know if they're going to make this move. They're going to send SCCC mid. He'll just push in. And I don't think you send any heroes top lane unless you smoke like this for NewBee. Otherwise, you're going to get turned on. But this is going to be huge.
Shadowing the Medusa.
And Yasha already, too. Rich. SCCC is rich. GPM of 622. Lifestealer's done great, but I mean, he's not even close to what SCCC is giving them this game. They might even find old Singer. They dropped the ward down. In fact, they have found him. Blink is up in 5. He's got a Burrow Strike ready. He needs to get out. He's going to use it. Maybe they turn, but there's the Infest out. They want Kaka. There's the Pounce coming in. They have the damage. Sprint came out. Schofield will finger him. Schofield's got to get dropped, though. Mugi chews him apart. And Stinger now is going to get caught with the Fiend's Grip as well. And there's just nothing they can do. He's going to go down. Mystic Snake. No, it doesn't do the job. It's Faith that gets the kill. And they get the Tier 2 tower bottom. They almost get the Tier 2 tower mid. So 2-for-1 trade. They get a nice kill onto Kaka, but it doesn't really matter for Infamous here.
Yeah, been very on point with the sentries and very quick rage as well there from Mugi. Just made sure Lion couldn't make any sort of a play. Or there was actually a chance they could have turned that a little bit better in Infamous's favor, but instead it's 15-7, an 11k lead. And NewBee still haven't even done Roche.
Nope.
I mean, they can pretty much do it whenever. They have the S and Y, the phase boots. Mugi stacked.
They're Infamous are still in it for sure. We will see a potential Midas for Kotaro. He does buy it. Now the question is, I mean, even with a Midas, what can you do late game, especially against somebody like a Medusa here, Trent?
Well, I mean, the Lifestealer does end up getting kited a little bit, right?
Yeah.
We can say that, guys?
We can say that. Yeah, we sure
tough.
can.
DP is going to be focused down pretty hard. Just going to be like Blink silences, obviously. Then she has the Yules, and then what? Like, she needs a lot of items. She needs their Octarine Core. They have the explosive damage from someone like the Lifestealer and the Puck, so her game's always going to be rather difficult. And you just kind of have to hope for one of those Clark wins the game scenarios.
Oh, KP uses Orb aggressively. He needs to be careful here. He's at the tower. They need a Hex to start things off, and they will find it. They have a Burrow Strike. They also have an Earth Spike. And that is a dead KP. He gets caught. But in the meantime, Roche is dead, so, I mean, whatever. That's the trade. Now Kotaro's getting run at. He needs to Shadow Blade himself to safety, and he will. Now the question is, can they outlast this Aegis? Stinger's about to walk into Moogie, so is Excel. Rage will come out. They're going to try to bait this. Open wounds onto Excel. Drop the tombstone. This is not bad, but meanwhile, Kotaro looking for Kaka. The Shadow Dance. He needs to be careful. Looking for Faith instead. He has the Dark Pack. The Fiend's Grip will miss. It's not going to do anything, and Moogie's on the run. He has Aegis. He doesn't have Aegis. He's going to get infested inside. They want a Burrow Strike, but they can't quite get there. They have a Force for the Sand King. He's got Blink Dagger as well in 2 seconds, but he can't get it off because he was getting attacked by illusions from the Medusa, which that would have been huge if they could have gotten Moogie. I mean, again, another great kill, but still.
So close. Yeah, so far. There was also a moment there where when they tried to Slithering Cuss the Slark mid, and then they realized, oh, we have no sentries. And you can just see instantly they're like purchasing a bunch of sentries. So once again, they're ready here. But Faith, he just spent that one in the mid lane to see if Slark was chasing. So they're quickly burning through a lot of this, and it's just leaving Faith so poorly. Here, again, Observer, 2 more sentries. He's probably not going to get past his Glimmer Cave.
Hey, but at least he's got a Glimmer Cave. There's more you could say than the Lion. Oh, wait, Lion is blank. Just kidding. Never mind.
Boom!
Got him, dude. I didn't
Way to go, Schofield.
Oh, KP,
Speaking of which.
Blink, Hex, Finger, Earth Spike. Should be enough. Dark Pact. A dominating spree for Kotaro. Very big kill again. Little by little, Infamous, they're edging their way back into this game.
Thanks, Chainsaw.
Chainsaw. Thanks, man.
What a name.
Is that like Bonesaw from Spider-Man? You know, Macho Man Randy Savage?
Uh-oh, there's a ward here.
There sure is. Oh, not again. They know that happened, I think.
I'm thinking he didn't see the Force Staff.
Yeah. Well,
Ouch.
I don't know, man. These past few minutes have looked better than anything I've seen from Infamous this game so far. So maybe it's not a loss. Although Pepita's about to get run at and killed, potentially.
Schofield's going to rage for that illusion. Owned it.
Got it, dude. He needed to show dominance.
Yeah.
They'll take the tier 2 tower in the top lane. The glyph came out on the Dire side as Kotaro is trying to take a tier 1. At this point, this is probably the best trade you're going to get if you are Infamous. But now they are going to maybe lose high ground here. And again, no Exorcism makes this extraordinarily hard. Not only that, there's 800 mana. There's a Lincoln Sphere on this Dusa. She got the 800 mana talent, so she's pretty much impossible to kill at this point in the game. Not only that, she's going to have a Scotty, which makes it even harder. But they do cut the wave.
Nice little play by Kotaro.
Yeah. That is a nice little play there. All right. We're now 25 minutes in. Infamous holding on for dear life. Kotaro jungling aggressively, however he might die. He doesn't have Shadow Blade for 8 seconds. He won't go top, though, which is where the ward is placed. It's an Ubercliff ward. But, I mean, even if you kill 4 of the 5 heroes in NewBee, the real question is, how do you kill this Medusa, correct? That's the biggest issue.
Yeah. I'm honestly a little surprised they even pulled back up top. Because they knew Exorcism was down. I thought maybe they'd try and force them to commit a little bit harder from the Radiant side, but NewBee just playing mega safe. They want to try and find a pick because they know they have to make dangerous plays.
Dark Pack coming in. Now that's down. Fiend's Grip. He canceled it. He actually canceled it. Still, they'll find the Slark anyways. Doesn't matter. The amount of damage they did with Brain Sap, or rather the Illusory Orb, they burst him down instantly. That's a dominating spree picked up by Kaka. Dead for 50. Now is your opportunity. I think you still have Aegis, I believe, for another minute. They might find Moogie, though. Blink Burrow not in time from Stinger, and he will just get himself out of trouble, potentially forced. Rage, still going. Burrow will hit. They need a Hex coming in. The Epicenter getting channeled. Earth Spike will fly up. There's the Finger. It's a lot of damage, and they get the silence off, too. But now they have to TP home, and I think Kaka's going to try to cancel any TP he can. But he misses on Schofield. Maybe he can get this done. They will have to get back, but they actually can't push high ground, so another nice little pick there. Stinger still getting chased down with the Corrosive Haze. Kaka deciding to break off pursuit and head elsewhere. And yes, they lost Kotaro, but not a bad trade.
No, very good grab from the side of Infamous to make that counterplay. Surprised that they were actually able to grab him like that. Just playing a little bit too far forward without the TP, or else he could have obviously just rage TP'd. But it was on cooldown for 14 seconds when they first found him.
Oh, man. Killing this Medusa is... It's going to be unbelievable when it happens, if it happens. Because she just gives...
Everything just... Yeah.
It's... I mean...
It feels like you just have to kill everyone else, and then Slark just has to try and fight her, basically. And, like, hope he has his ulti left or something.
Yeah, I think Excel's dead. There's just no threat. They can't do anything.
Just walks high ground. Hello. Oh, meanwhile.
They're going to take the tier 3 potentially. They get the Lion. There is buyback for the Undying here, but at this point, I think they're just giving up on this tier 3 at the very least. They have Exorcism, mind you.
I mean, they don't even have a creep here. This is just from the wave that was mid, but it's been pulled
dead.
back.
Well done from Kotaro, but I mean, they're still doing a lot of damage, although they don't have enough to chew through backdoor protection, unfortunately. So there is that for Infamous. They will keep their Rax alive for now, but there are creeps coming into the mid lane, and that will lead this Rax open.
Still just sitting there.
Just sitting here, because what can you do?
Guys? How long do I have to do this for?
Another glyph for NewBee. This Rax
Don't
is
worry,
just
Kataro's
gone.
getting the mid tier 1.
Yeah, and he's gonna maybe die for it. Actually, the puck's gonna come in. Yep, he will die for it. He does have buyback.
That's a Kataro.
I mean,
that's
what else?
The man I know and love.
What else can you really do at this point?
No, it's true. There's nothing. This Medusa is just peak performance right now.
She's massive.
Oh, Lion.
This line just gets chewed up. Pepita might be next. Dreamcoil comes in. He's got a Yule Scepter. Excel's got to drop the Tombstone down. I don't think it really matters. Pepita has Exorcism. Can't even get it off. Epicenter will come in. They'll bring down Kaka. That's one. They're losing everybody else. They all have to buy back now, Pepita included. Slark is still holding on to his. They might just want to back and maybe not force the Slark buyback. I think they're going to have to, though. Flesh Golem, Burrow Strike misses onto SCCC. He had Lincoln Sphere anyway. And Excel is about to die again. Open wounds. Moogie will chase him down. Shoot up. There's the Waiting Rift. And this game might just end with a whimper. They have to buy back on the Undying. Rax mid. They're going to grab this after they've already gotten the top Rax. SCCC will Manta. Pepita trying to fight. They have Exorcism. But there's the Stone Gaze. And now Pepita likely to die again. He will Yules himself. He has Spirit Siphon in one. Maybe they don't dive this. They play outside the Exorcism. They wait for it to be down. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Kotaro, I think he bought back. I'm pretty sure. No, he saved it. But doesn't matter. They get out.
I'm honestly pretty surprised they even held that other melee Rax, but 20 more seconds until possible Roche spawn. NewBee might just almost said Liquid. It looks the same.
Yeah.
NewBee might just wait for that.
If that's what they need to go high ground, it's whew. Okay, Lincoln's.
There's the finger. They want KP. They're going to find it. Maybe they get Kaka as well. Shadow Amulet. He gets the gem, though. That is a problem. Corrosive Haze. He's got the Shadow Dance. He will use it. He has Pounce. He will get up to the high ground. SCCC on the run. Kaka forced himself away. Schofield gets blown away instantly. Flesh Golem, Kaka might be a little too far up, but the rest of his team is coming. Another Pounce is ready for Kotaro. He gets to the low ground. Buyback coming in from KP. They want to finish this game off now. And they'll start by taking the Shrine to the bottom jungle.
Dude, he's just bots it in mid.
Oh, he's the move speed from the Illusory Orb. Classic.
I like that you can get that now and still have your 420. Good change.
It makes the hero's already pretty good, though. I think so. It makes it even better, but...
Yeah, but the coil nerf was pretty big. Like,
yeah, that's true.
The mini stun, yes, still important, but like losing the damage and everything, you like lose out on so much of that early game potential. But yeah, the end game's a little bit better now again.
Kaka will hit a Slytherin, or his Spike comes in onto one, and they're going to find poor Kotaro, who does have buyback. Nope, just kidding. He bought a Scotty, I think, before. Yeah, he didn't save a buyback. Okay, well, GG.
I mean, that's whatever. Buyback's not going to do anything. I think it's better that you go for an item to try and win a fight or something. This game was obviously very difficult at this point. And NewBee completely outclassing the side of Infamous. They needed some sort of a snowball to go. There was only that one, you could call it mistake, I guess.